If your dog has been acting almost normal lately, still eating, still following you, still wagging sometimes, but something feels off, this video is for you, because dogs are experts at hiding pain, not because they are stronger than us, not because they are dramatic or stoic, but because for dogs, pain often shows up quietly first, in the way they lie down, in the way they look at you, in the way they stop doing one tiny thing they used to do without thinking, and by the time pain becomes obvious, limping, crying, refusing to move, many dogs have already been uncomfortable for far longer than their owners realize. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the 7 silent signs your dog may be hiding pain before it's too late. And the last one is the one that stays with people, because once you recognize it, you never see your dog the same way again. Here's the hard part: most painful dogs do not announce it. They adapt to it. They change how they sit, how they sleep, how they eat, how they breathe. They become quieter, slower, more careful. And because those changes happen gradually, owners often explain them away. They're getting older. They're being lazy. They're in a mood. They're just weird like that. Sometimes that is true. Very often, it is not. One, they keep licking the same place over and over. Not normal grooming. Not a quick clean after a walk. I mean that repetitive, focused licking that keeps happening in the same spot. The same paw. The same wrist. The same hip. The same side of the belly. A lot of owners notice it and think skin problem, allergy, habit, boredom. And yes, sometimes it is one of those, but vets also pay close attention to repeated licking because dogs often use it to self-soothe pain when a joint, tendon or irritated internal area hurts. Licking can become the dog's version of trying to comfort what they cannot fix. And here's where it gets tricky. The place they lick is not always where the pain starts. A dog with shoulder pain may lick the front paw. A dog with a sore knee may obsess over the lower leg. A dog with back pain may focus on the hip. A dog with abdominal discomfort may lick the flank or lower belly. So do not just look at the skin, look at the pattern. If your dog keeps returning to the same place day after day, especially without obvious rash or injury, that is a clue. And the next sign is even easier to miss, because most owners see it every day and stop noticing it too. They hesitate during movements that used to be automatic. Watch your dog get up after a nap. Watch them jump into the car, onto the couch, off the bed, up the stairs. Pain often appears first in transitions. That little pause before a jump, that awkward shift before sitting down, that moment where the front half moves first and the back half follows slowly. To most people, it looks like nothing. To a vet, it can mean everything. Dogs in pain often redistribute weight long before they limp. If one hip hurts, they push harder with the front legs. If the lower back is stiff, they lower themselves in stages. If the shoulder is inflamed, they sit slightly crooked or avoid turning one way. And one of the most important clues is what happens in the first few steps after rest. A dog with pain may stand up stiff, take 3 or 4 careful steps, then look normal again once the body loosens. That is one reason chronic pain gets missed so often. Owners only see the normal part and miss the beginning. But if you think movement changes are subtle, the next sign can happen when your dog is doing absolutely nothing. 3. They pant when there is no clear reason. Dogs pant for heat, exercise excitement. That part is normal. But if the room is cool, the house is quiet, your dog has not been active, and they are still panting at rest, especially on and off, that deserves attention. Pain activates stress pathways in the body. Heart rate rises, muscles brace. Breathing changes, and in dogs that often shows up as panting before owners realize anything else is wrong. This is especially important if the panting starts after they lie down, not before. Why? Because changing position can briefly increase pressure on a sore joint, an inflamed spine, or a painful abdomen. They settle, then start panting, then eventually calm again. That cycle matters. And there are small facial clues too. A relaxed pant usually comes with soft eyes and a loose face. A pain pant often comes with more tension. The eyes look alert. The corners of the mouth look tighter. The whole expression feels less easy, less comfortable. We're only halfway through, and the next signs are the ones owners often mistake for personality changes. But before we get there, remember this: pain does not always make dogs dramatic. Very often, it makes them quieter. 4. They change the way they eat, not just whether they eat when a dog slows down at meals. Many owners think the same thing. They are picky. Maybe, but pain can change eating in ways that are easy to miss if you only watch the bowl and not the dog. A cracked tooth, gum disease, or an abscess may make them chew on one side. Neck pain may make lowering the head uncomfortable. Ear pain can make the whole act of eating feel strange. Nausea or abdominal pain can make them approach food, then back away from it. That is why the detail matters. Are they dropping kibble, choosing soft food but leaving hard pieces, walking up hungry, then freezing at the bowl, eating more easily when the bowl is raised a little? Those are not random quirks. They are useful clues. Dental pain is especially easy to miss because many dogs still want food. They just try to eat around the pain. And dogs with spinal or neck discomfort may look like they are losing appetite when the real problem is the posture eating requires. But the next sign is the one many owners take personally, and that is exactly why it gets missed for too long. 5. They pull away from touch they used to love. Maybe your dog always loved chest rubs. Maybe they used to melt when you scratched their lower back. Maybe they rolled over every night for the same belly rub, and then one day they flinch, or they move away, or they stand up and reposition instead of relaxing into your hand. That is not betrayal. That is information. Dogs in pain often do not growl first. They try distance first. They try subtle avoidance first. They try to protect the sore area without upsetting the person they love. So if your dog suddenly stops enjoying a kind of touch they used to seek out, pay attention to where the touch is landing. That area may be painful. And watch the rest of the face when this happens. A dog trying to tolerate pain may close the mouth, pull the ears back slightly, turn the head away, freeze for a second, then leave calmly. Those quiet reactions matter. Because if pain keeps getting misunderstood, many dogs become more withdrawn over time, not because they are less loving, but because contact has become complicated for them. And the next sign reveals that same problem in a place where many owners assume their dog is finally resting. 6. They are sleeping more, but resting worse. This one fools a lot of people. A painful dog may sleep more and look tired all day, which makes owners think they are just aging or slowing down. But pain and rest are not the same thing. A comfortable dog settles deeply. They stretch out. They stay in one position for longer periods. Their body looks loose. A painful dog often does something different. They lie down, then get up, circle once, lie down again, shift sides, move to the floor, move back to the bed, sigh, resettle, repeat. Sometimes every 10 or 20 minutes. That is not deep rest. That is a body trying and failing to get comfortable. This can be especially noticeable at night. Owners hear more repositioning, more long exhaling sighs, more pacing before bed, more changing from carpet to tile or tile back to carpet. Some dogs stop using their favourite bed altogether because the softness presses the wrong place, or because getting in and out of it hurts. And this matters because poor sleep amplifies pain. Pain disrupts rest, and disrupted rest makes pain feel worse. It becomes a cycle, which brings us to the final sign, the quietest one, the hardest to explain, and for many owners, the one they remember long after the vet visit. 7. The look. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I mean. Your dog is across the room, or standing in the kitchen, or sitting near your feet, and they look at you. Not the excited look for food, not the alert look for a walk, not the playful look that asks for something obvious. This is different. They hold your eyes for a few seconds too long, still, quiet, and something about it feels heavier than usual. Owners describe this moment in almost the same words every time after they learn their dog was in pain. They were trying to tell me that long, steady gaze can happen when other signals have gone unnoticed, when the licking, the hesitation, the poor sleep, the touch sensitivity have all become part of normal life. Sometimes what remains is simply attention, a dog looking directly at the person they trust most, holding still, waiting. Not every stare means pain, of course. But when that look appears with the other signs we talked about, when it feels new, deeper, quieter, more frequent, do not dismiss it, just because you cannot explain it. Dogs do not have language for pain the way we do. What they have is behavior, posture, breath routine. The most loving thing you can do is not wait for something dramatic. Call your vet, film the behavior if you can. Write down when it happens. Notice the pattern. Because early pain rarely looks like an emergency. It looks like a dog being slightly different, a little quieter, a little slower, a little more careful, a little harder to settle, a little more watchful with you. That is why owners miss it. And that is also why the owners who catch it early change everything for their dogs. So if you noticed even one of these signs in your own dog, do not panic, but do not ignore it either. Pain is often treatable, sometimes very treatable, but only after someone notices, and the dogs who hide pain best are often the ones trying hardest not to worry us. If this helped you see your dog more clearly, keep paying attention to the quiet things. They are usually where the truth shows up first.